Alright mages, let's talk about Azkaban, Wizard Prison, home to dementors. If Disneyland is the happiest place on earth, Azkaban is the saddest, most soul-sucking tourist trap imaginable. But hey, someone thought, why not turn all that despair into a spell? And thus, the Azkaban card came to Harry Potter Magic Awakened. Let's dive into this dark little gem because nothing screams fun like a mirage of misery. But first, a quick PSA. We're hosting a charity stream this December for Hunger Free Philippines on Twitch. Come hang out, have some laughs, and help us make a difference. Details in the description box below. Now, back to Azkaban. Based on the description, summons a mirage of Azkaban which comprises an inner and outer ring. Opponents in the inner ring are imprisoned with very limited ways of escaping. The outer ring will contract, and when it merges with the inner ring, all opponents in the ring will be heavily damaged. Non-student units below 20% health will be instantly defeated. Opponents defeated within the inner ring while the Azkaban Mirage is active, or when the inner and outer rings merge, will deal extra AoE damage. Casting Azkaban is like laying down a magical trap. You summon two circles on the ground, a smaller inner circle and a larger outer circle. Enemies caught in the inner circle can't escape unless they apparate. Even a Hagrid companion can't get out of it. And if they're standing on the outer ring, they'll slowly get pulled into the inner ring. They would still be able to run out if they're on the outer ring though. Once you cast it, the outer ring slowly moves in closer to the inner ring, and once they meet, it deals a significant amount of damage to everything that's stuck inside. And non-player units that are in it that have less than 20% health get defeated. Now, when you think of Azkaban, you might think that the best echo to match this would be Bellatrix. That's fair. This card does work well with the Bellatrix Echo, since if you catch an opposing player in it, it can greatly boost her meter, perfect for triggering her ability to summon a Death Eater. Another great Echo is Hermione Granger. Turns that 7 MP into a much friendlier 4 MP with her buff. You just need to make sure that you have low-cost cards in your deck to be able to quickly receive the buff from Hermione, and lower the cost of Azkaban. McGonagall is awesome to use with Azkaban. You can combine Azkaban with another high damage spell like Zou or Whizbang to further increase Azkaban's destructive power. As for cards that work well with this, one of them is Prior Incantado. Double Azkaban is always good, especially when there are a lot of summons running around the arena. Now, since this is a 7 MP card, there isn't a lot of choices that you can combo this card with unless you're using the Hermione Echo. In other Echoes, you can use cards like Incarcerus or Inflatus to make sure that the units don't run outside of the Azkaban area. Acromantula Venom and Glacius are also great setup cards to slow down opponents before they get sucked into the Azkaban abyss. When it comes to support companions that you can use with Azkaban, Adult Hermione would be great to use since Hermione will give you double Azkabans that can help you deal double damage to a single group or give you better board control if there are multiple summon groups. Young Hermione and Lottie can boost MP regeneration or reduce Azkaban's cost so you can unleash it sooner. This card won't work with the Dumbledore companion though. He doesn't recognize Azkaban as a proper spell for his abilities. Apparently, he's not a fan of dark magic tourism. As far as using this card is concerned, remember that this is a 7 MP cost card, and is both a control and damage card, which makes it super powerful. A lot of high cost cards are mainly damage, but this is both high damage and control. You want to use this card when you can target at least 2 opponents with a circle. If one of them is a player, you want to make sure that the player is in the inner circle as much as possible so that they can't run out as quickly, since the AI that controls summons won't run out as normal players would. If you have the Hermione Echo and Prior Incantado, you want to make sure that Azkaban has been buffed by the Echo first, and that you already have 2 casts, making Azkaban your 3rd spell to activate the Echo. This would then make the cost of your Prior Incantado just 4 MP instead of 8. Of course, this would all depend on what's going on during the battle, but that would be the ideal. So this card goes well against decks that have a moderate summon speed like Bellatrix, since the high cost of the card would make it a bit hard to control huge amounts of summons. Again, this all depends on what your opponent has in their deck. In summary, the Azkaban card is as dark and dramatic as it sounds. A high cost, high reward spell that traps, controls, and devastates your opponents. Whether you're a Bellatrix stan or a Hermione strategist, Azkaban can fit right into your deck with a bit of planning. So give it a whirl. Let your inner dark wizard shine and make your opponents wish they never skipped defense against a dark arts class. Until next time, fellow mages, see you in the wizarding world.
Azkaban.
Keep at it. You've got
Stand
this.
back and you'll see some real magic.
Inflatus.